Well, good evening, guys. How are you tonight? And how are you in cyberspace out there? Well, my name is Dave Van Dyke, and I'm so happy to be here. Most of my shows are mostly covers. When I heard about this opportunity to plug my song, I was kind of happy about it. So I done quite a few releases. And most of my songs are about people. This one is about a guy that hit it real big in the early 70s. He was a daredevil. I read this book. I read this book about this guy named Robert Knievel out in Montana. And he was a motorcycle dealer and a crook. And he found that people would come and buy his motorcycles if he would jump them over rattlesnakes and cougars. And this is not an endorsement of Mr. Evel Knievel, just a song about him. And it's called Evel Knievel Never Died. Well, Evel Knievel was a daredevil. He rode a motorcycle in the sky. He put a helmet on his head and everybody said that Evel Knievel never died. Evel Knievel never died. There was a decade of David and Goliaths. Stories are mostly a lie. Wild turkey and his king. People said he's insane, and Evel Knievel never died. Evel Knievel never died. Well, they tried to jump Snake River Canyon in a sky cycle that wouldn't fly. Well, they rode the X2 and he rode for me and you, and Evel Knievel, he never died. Evel Knievel, he never died. Well, the parachute bopped to aid and failure. We thought Evel was going to fry, but covers were a breeze back in the 70s, and Evel Knievel never died. Evel Knievel never died. Well, Evel went to jail for assault and battery, and also for hammering a guy, and he sure beat his wife almost all of her life. But Evel Knievel never died. Evel Knievel never died. Well, Evel finally died in 07. In his funeral there weren't a dry eye. Matt McConaughey, he eulogized decay, and Evel Knievel finally died. Evel Knievel finally died. Well, Evel Knievel was a daredevil. He rode a motorcycle in the sky. He put a helmet on his head, and everybody said that Evel Knievel never died. Evel Knievel never died. Hey, thank you. So, thanks. I've been playing music for actually quite a while, and thanks. Quite a while. I started when I was about 13, 14. I'm in my 50s now. Moved out to Oregon. I heard a very valuable lesson. You know that Beatles song, "All You Need Is Love"? Yeah, it's not true. Yeah, you need money too. So while I was out there, John Denver died, and I joined a John Denver tribute band because I needed the bread. So I learned Rocky Mountain High. whole bunch of John Denver songs, but I wrote, asked me to write one. Somebody's making money from it, and it's not me, but this is called Ode to JD. Well, I always put the tape in the back of my record. I never spent the money to buy the CD. From Matthews, Kansas, wheat fields to Grandma's feather bed, I always spend my time singing my ode to JD. 'Cause you fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. 'Cause you fill up my senses, come fill me again. Some say he's a pothead, some say he's a freak, some say he's an activist. There's only one to speak, but I know better. It's just my JD, and he ain't singing evil. He's a singing to me. 'Cause you fill up my senses like a night in the forest, and like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. 'Cause you fill up my senses, come fill me again. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. 'Cause you fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come fill me again. Come fill me again. Come fill me up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's a song that I actually just put out there. I got a friend of mine gave me the idea to write it. There was a wrestler. There was a wrestler named Dick the Bruiser. He was from... The Bruiser was from Indiana, and I actually saw him here in Elkhart, so I thought it might be a good time. And it's so new that I don't have it memorized. Some kids like high tops, bikes and basketball. Some like Atari and hanging at the mall. Some kids like dinosaurs, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I prefer the pile driver and twin suplex. Some kids like fashion, some kids hit the books. I peered each power slam and roundhouse hooks. Our Friday nights were on a different line. We waited for the Bruiser and turned on Channel 9. William Fritz Afflis was the toughest guy I knew. He'd shake you and break you and choke you till you blew. He was my modern day Galahad, and he was my hero, second only to my dad. He was more than just his middle name. Dangerous, well, it was his claim to fame. And every man who took him on went away a loser. The world's greatest wrestler, Dick the Bruiser. Dick was from Indiana, and I was from there too. He was only 19 when he got his big breakthrough. Saw him once in Elkhart where the Bruiser topped the bill. He beat Tarzan Tyler and bashed Bobo Brazil. Well, he had a voice like gravel and a grip just like rawhide. Every tag team partner wanted Dick by his side. He talked on the Russians, broke a jar like glass. Then he beat up the commies and he sure whipped their ass. Well, he left so many men, black and blue. William tried to live forever, but Dick lasted just a few. Moved on down to Tampa. He died in 91. Dick said goodbye to wrestling and gave his name to his son. But he was more than just his middle name. Dangerous, well, it was his claim to fame. And every man who took him on limped away a loser. The world's greatest Hoosier, Dick the Bruiser. Well, I still think about the Bruiser now and then, how he died in his bed and met his final pen. He made it just to 60, not too long in the tooth. Now St. Peter's in a leg drop, and that's the gospel truth. 'Cause he was more than just his middle name. Dangerous, well, it was his claim to fame. And every man who took him on limped away a loser. The world's greatest wrestler, the world's greatest Hoosier, the world's greatest angel, Dick the Bruiser. Thank you very much. So I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. My dad's a teacher. My grandmother, who made it to 106, was a teacher. Yeah, well, she didn't have any fun. That's why she made it to 106. And her father, my great grandfather, was a teacher. We're all smart and we're all broke. That's my joke. Smart and broke. And one of the things I did when I first started teaching, when I went to college, I needed money. I wrote children's songs, and I would write them. And so I got quite a few children's songs. And when my son was born, he was really into fire trucks when he was little. So I wrote a song called the Fire Safety Song with his lyrics, because he liked to come up with fire rules. So this is called the Fire Safety Song. You're going to have to help me out. I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to have to say yes or no real loud, okay? Well, should you play with matches? Let's try that again. I'm going to ask you a question. Well, should you play with matches? That's right, we keep them out of reach. Should you play with chemicals? Stay away from the Clorox bleach. I said, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Should you get near the hot stove, you might get burned like coal. The rule if you catch on fire is to stop, drop and roll. I said, stop, drop and roll. I sing, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la, Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Should you cook all by yourself? Get mom's help frying eggs. Should you jump over a campfire? You might just burn your legs. So sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, oh, oh. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Should you play with fireworks? They might be dangerous, but can you remember our fire rules? If so, then sing along with us. I said, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. May I get you clap along? Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la. I said, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Thank you. Thank you very much. In case you didn't notice it by now, I also like to talk to my audiences. And here's a song that I started writing in college. I started writing it in college, and I kind of added some verses. I was probably somewhat inebriated while writing this down. Those years are blurry, but sitting on the blanket with the breeze blowing by, hands clasped, eyes up to the sky. I'll always remember the day that we met. It's the one thing I'll never forget, 'cause we may be simple, we may never be great. Just remember it's not what you have, but it's what you create. 12 years goodbye, I just don't know where it's gone by. I reach to the sky, my baby will be forever tonight. And I don't remember the words, so I'm just gonna fake them. But we may be simple, we may never be great. And just remember it's not what you have, but it's what you create. We may be simple, we may never be great. Just remember it's not what you have, but it's what you create. Hey, thank you. So I was serious about it. I usually play a lot of covers, and then what I do is I do this shtick, my people, and I get the audience to guess the famous guitar riff. Would you guys like to try it? Okay, so this is the famous guitar riff game. All right, here you go. Just call out the name of the song. And I usually give away beads, but I didn't bring any beads. I didn't bring my sound system with me, but so imaginary beads. All right, famous guitar riff number 1. Really? That's like the easiest one. That's Wipeout. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay. There we go. Yes, that one. All right, this song is not Indagata de Vida. It's not. It sounds like it, but it's not. Nope. Got it? That would be Cream. That would be Cream is right. It's Sunshine of Your Love. All right. Right, or... All right. Nope. That's if you got kids in the audience. That's Birthday by the Beatles. But it's Birthday by the Beatles, but there's the Chuck E. Cheese where they somehow bought the rights to that song. So all the kids know it. So we'll try another one. What? Brown-eyed girl. There do we go. We'll do one more. There you go. That's right. It's Temptations. That would be My Girl. All right. Thank you for playing, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. Yeah, I told you I do a lot of covers. Like I do. Dear Dominic said, don't do them, so I won't. You know that song, right? Every guitar player knows that song. There you go. All right. Here's a song that I wrote about real good guy, good friend of mine. His name's Fred. His name's Fred, and he was my great uncle, and he is the last of his generation to live, to be alive. He died last summer. He was the last of his generation. His wife died in 2012, and his name, names are Fred and Dorothy. He called her Fred and Dot. She went by Dot, and she just used... So whenever he'd sign his name, he'd say Fred and then he'd just post the dot. But it didn't rhyme. Fred and Dot didn't rhyme like I wanted it to, so I gave them a nom de plume. And this is called Paul Lost Lorraine in July, because she died on July 10th. Lorraine met her angels just 6 months ago. Paul hoped he could fake it through the new falling snow. Lorraine took care of Christmas, picked out the tree. Lorraine knew Christmas, none would disagree. Paul lost the rain in July. Paul lost the rain in July. Met at 16. For him it was a rise. Married after high school, to no one surprise. Settled in our small town. 2 kids made their kin. Took a job at the factory. Their lives they would begin, but Paul lost the rain in July. Paul lost the rain in July. The boys always came first. They would sacrifice everything they could do to make Christmas nice. Oh, this is a Christmas song, by the way. Hank became a lawyer. David, he went to fight. With 3 grandchildren, they felt, oh, they did life right. But Paul lost the rain in July. Paul lost the rain in July. Life wasn't easy. He'd take the extra shift, and Lorraine would do the shopping. She picked out every gift. The kids always came first. Paul lived in Baton Rouge. The boys were in Colorado, and the phone would have to do. Paul lost the rain in July. Paul lost the rain in July. Then about Christmas morn, Paul felt the angel charm. The boys brought their families with gifts in their arms, cried around the TV. Grandkids had a ball. The rain would always be there, 'cause she's the better half of Paul. Paul lost the rain in July. Paul lost the rain in July. Thank you. I sure appreciate that. Thank you. So like I said, I still write some of them. I write children's songs. And mostly just because I got kind of sick of playing, The Farmer in the Dell and the same stupid song. So I wrote this one for kids, and when I was student teaching, I wrote this one for children to do the motions, and that was the idea was I can be, like a dancer or an astronaut or whatever, and they would act like that, but then it kind of developed into a decent song. This one is called It's Just My Imagination, and it was brought to my attention that there are two other really good songs with that same title. So eventually I'll get around to retitling it. Anyway. I can be a motor vehicle, be a plane or a car, and I can be a space cadet, go to the moon or a star. I can be a gypsy dancer, or be the president, or I can be an angel with wings, call me heaven to sing. It's just my imagination, close your eyes and see. It's just my imagination, what can we be? I can paint the sky bright red, or the grass pale blue, and I can put polka dots on the trees, tie-dye the animals too. I can be an Air Force general, commanding all the troops, or we can play on a basketball team and spend our days shooting hoops. It's just my imagination, close your eyes and see. It's just my imagination, see what we can be. I can make it nice out all year, every day would be summer. Or we can play in a rock and roll band, guitar, bass, and the drummer. In my mind, my whole world is perfect, everything is just fine. I can share my dreams with others, they will always be mine. 'Cause it's just my imagination. Close your eyes and see. It's just my imagination. See what we can be. What can we be? Hey, thank you. So one of my albums, I look for themes in my albums. I did a Christmas album. I did one about my town, Buchanan. I did one about people from the 1970s, which is where that Evel Knievel song came from. I wasn't planning to it, but this one, the last one, that was called The Decade of David and Goliath, because my name's David, you know. And I wasn't planning on it. I was looking for topics, so I wrote a song about D.B. Cooper, and I wrote a song about Evel Knievel, and about Muhammad Ali, and about those people that crashed in the mountains and ate each other. And I did, really. But the one that got some airplay on WVPE and people picked it up on TikTok was called 143 Means I Love You, and it's about Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers was... he never said I love you. He just said 1I4LOVE 3YOU. So here's a song about Mr. Rogers. When I was a little bitty boy, I would come home after school, and a man would tell me he loved me, and everything was cool. Math made no sense to me and Jim. It was like hard labor, but Mr. Rogers became my friend, and I became his neighbor. 143, it means I love you, and I love you each and every way. Come on over here, come be my neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor today? Well, Mr. Rogers never ad-libbed. He always took the fall. He played piano like Nat King Cole, and he lived just like St. Paul. Mr. Rogers knew Jesus. He got his minister's degree. And when he started preaching, he was reaching out to me, 'cause 143, it means I love you, and I love you each and every way. Come on over here, come be my neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor today? He was a Dartmouth dropout, but he laid it out for his kids. And once he met my cousin, and he checked out her new digs. In every way he was colorblind, he did not castigate. He said, God loves you just the way you are, anyhow at any rate. But 143, it means I love you, and I love you each and every way. Come on over here, come be my neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor today? At the end he did an encore, a final curtain call. He said, don't you be afraid now, Mr. Rogers loves you all. Every time he put on a sweater, he put on his inside shoes. And the train to the land of make-believe would always take away my blues. But 143, it means I love you, and I love you each and every way. Come on over here, come be my neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor today? Won't you be my neighbor today? Thank you. Thank you. I was, your set was really good, by the way. I enjoyed that quite a bit. One of the reasons that I was a little late was because I had to get the lyrics to one of my songs that I recorded about 10 years ago, and I didn't bother to write them down, so I got on Spotify and I was driving around listening to it. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm a rather weird, quirky guy, which I've come to embrace. If I match, it's usually just by accident. But one of the things I looked up was famous people that died on the same day. Okay, and Farrah Fawcett died on the same day as Michael Jackson, so she didn't get the same thing. And I was listening to the Everly Brothers, and I really love the Everly Brothers when they play those 4-chord. I tried to come up with a 50s sound for this. This is a song that's called Swimsuit Barbie Doll. Farrah Fawcett was the girl up on my wall, and I sure did love my girl, my swimsuit Barbie doll. In a red bikini I thought there could be no fraud, and each smile was made for me and was a gift from God. A teen from Corpus Christi, part of the Lone Star State. She moved to California and got a LA license plate. After 10 commercials, I was Barbie's biggest fan. Even when she married the $6 million man. As I grew with Barbie, you know, she grew too, so to speak. And one day I turned on my TV and I saw a movie of the week. Barbie had become an angel, a voice upon my wire. But Barbie was still at her best, you know, when she set my bed on fire. With years and miles between us, I knew it was not meant to be. She'd never be my baby, I'd never be her lead. So I let her go that summer and I fell in love with Dawn. But if you look in my closet, you'll see my poster's not gone. Soon Farrah went to Jesus, became his angel instead. And sometimes I can't believe it, you know, my angel is dead. Seems like just a few days ago Barbie fell from my wall, and I can't believe it, you know, I lost my Barbie doll. I lost my Barbie doll. I lost my Barbie doll. Thank you very much. So this song was on. Next song, we're going to do a couple more. I want to thank you. I've been saying for many years I'd much rather play for a small, appreciative audience than a large, indifferent one. You guys have been great. Really, my band, not last summer, but the previous one, we opened for the Blues Brothers, and there were, many thousands of people there, all cheering as we opened for them. It would have been a lot nicer if they hadn't been cheering, "We want the Blues Brothers," but here's a song. This song is called "No Stronger Love," and it's about my family, my brothers and sisters. Try to choose your family, and your heartbeat goes flat. Your heart first learns to love where you hang your hat. Me and my two brothers, 3 gems on a charm, and I still remember my mother holding us in her arms. With no stronger love, there's no stronger love. I didn't know my sister, but she's not a wannabe. Though she's not of my mother, she's more than half of me. And Daddy says don't bother, just don't fade away. Don't worry, Daddy, he knows we'll stay. With no stronger love, no stronger love. Those that've gone before us. Try it again. Those who've gone before us set roots that can't be undone. They're singing grateful chorus, bright as the sun. So sing for the day's sake, sing down each lonesome road, sing for joy and heartache, sing God only knows. With no stronger love, no stronger love all over the world. No stronger love. Thank you. I'm going to do one more, and I want to thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. So, 4 years ago, very hard time for our country. And I don't know how many people you lost to COVID, but I lost an aunt and 2 good friends. Everybody knows somebody. And in the spring of 2020, in my little town of Buchanan, Michigan, there's a town of about 4,000, we had to cancel our Memorial Day parade. We're big on parades there. We only have one, so we take it seriously, and we had to cancel it. That same day, a man named George Floyd was killed up in Minnesota, and a friend of mine named Deidre Lee decided to have a peace march down our little town, and she asked the cops. She asked Tim Gnu, our police chief. They said, we have this march, and the cops said, yeah, and we're going to kneel for 8 minutes and however many seconds it was. But the police said, yeah, but we're going to do it with you. And I was so motivated by that. I was so moved by that. I thought that was so wonderful that when I heard this call for these essays for this contest for Reader's Digest, naming nicest places in America, I wrote to it. And I didn't think much of it. I just wrote about that peace march and canceling that parade and how much that moved me that we did it. And I didn't think much of it. I looked on my cell phone and I saw a call from Brooklyn, New York, and I thought, all right, man, my band's getting hired to play in New York. And that wasn't the case. It was actually an editor from Reader's Digest. And the guy said to me, look, I think you're in the running to be nicest place in Michigan. And I said, okay. Came down, drove all the way from New York City, interviewed the mayor and art gallery owners, me, coffee shop owner. And I was pretty sure that we probably got nicest place in Michigan, because he wouldn't have spent all that time, right? Well, then these reporters came down from Chicago, and I started interviewing everybody again. And I thought maybe it'll get, maybe we'll get some buzz out of this. Well, that reporter said, now I want you to turn on your TV at such and such a morning, because we're going to make an announcement on the Today Show. The Today Show, right? So I turned it on, and a guy named Mitch Albom, the author from Detroit, came on. And he said, I'm happy to announce blah, 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 that this guy, John David VanDyke, wrote about his town, and Buchanan, Michigan was the nicest place in America. And we got on the BBC came down, so we got international radio and all over the world. So Buchanan had me do a song about him. Here's a song called Small Town, Come On Home to Me. Midwest nods from all you meet. A big small town with a big heartbeat. Chicago comes for antique shops. First name basis with our cops. We march with feet of clay and we pray on Memorial Day. 20 years by, they closed the factory. A new song, Judas Tree. Thought no one would know when they moved on down to Mexico. We lost jobs at the mill 'cause they left late. They skipped the bill. But I see those lights in my small town tonight, like the lights on my tree. I miss my friends and my family, alright. Buchanan, come on home to me. Around about here we drive Fords. You won't see us in Accords. Michigan's a car-making state, and the dealer gave me a good rate. Got no use for imports here back of my truck. Split a beer. Evie shut down Ashley Clark, so we planted red buds and we made a park. We put our vets on the flagpole. This little big town's got a lot of soul. Buried our kids upon the hill where the politicians, oh, they never will. But I see those lights in my small town tonight, like lights on my tree. I miss my friends and my family, but that's alright. Buchanan, come on home to me. Black man killed way up north. You can bet $1 we all came forth, knelt together, held hands and prayed, and laid a bunch of flowers at his grave. And it don't matter if you're black or white, 'cause you're precious here in our sight. Christmas time can't go wrong. We meet by the fire and sing along. The high school band got applause, and the mayor dressed up like Santa Claus. Signs of joy all on my face, the whole world's nicest place. But I see those lights in my small town tonight, like those lights on my tree. I miss my friends and my family, but that's alright. Buchanan, come on home to me. Come on home. Come on home. Hey. I want to thank you so much for having me today. I thought your set was great. My name is Dave Van Dyke. Thank you very much. Good night. Drive safe, guys. Thank you.